I think this is huge because I know there's people watching this who are saying, gosh, I don't know how to find the time in the day to start my successful business. I want to, but I don't have the time because I go to keep my kids hockey or ballet or basketball or soccer, and so it's hard to do that. Was there ever a time in your career where you had to crack open the early morning or the late night after the kids went to bed or before the kids went to bed to find those extra hours?
Yeah, you do. You sleep deprived. You know, it's funny, but when my wife and I first met and we were dating, we would stay up till 3 or 4 in the morning talking on the phone. We would deprive ourselves of sleep because it was something we truly wanted. We wanted to spend time on the phone with the person you were in love with. So it's funny, but when you are in love with something, when you really, really want it, you will find the time to make it happen.
Gosh, it's funny, but as we're working on Thrive, there's so many awesome people like yourself that we're interviewing. And I literally have been getting up at like 2 or 3 in the morning almost every day because I want to see my kids, and I see my kids at night, But I have to do the research or respond to the emails or whatever. So these people laugh. Some of these reporters that we're talking to, but they're like, you emailed me at 2:30 a.m. or 3 a.m. and that's when I usually typically get my email done. Mm-hmm. But like you said, if you're something you're passionate about and something you're in love with, it's not that hard.
It's not. I mean, I look back on it and I go, it's crazy, to deprive yourself that much sleep when you're in college. I mean, I was studying, I had this, I had that going on, and yet it seems so easy to do at the moment. And that's the way it's going to be, is that when people really get that passion, when they really know that they're going to have to do it. And yeah, unfortunately, there's some trade-offs. Owning a business, there's trade-offs. Owning a business, when you get the call that something's wrong and you've got to fix it, guess what? Sometimes you miss little Billy's soccer game. Sometimes you miss a hockey game. Sometimes you miss those things in life. But that's the dedication to that business that you have to have. It's like a child too, and you're the parent.
Trade-offs though.
It's a trade-off. And it's a balance. I mean, you've got to balance it. You can't miss every soccer game, I know, because you will get yelled at. But sometimes you do.
What if I'm an entrepreneur on the other end of this camera over here, and I am trying to say that I want to be a successful business owner, but I am not willing to make the trade-offs. I want to be at every soccer game. I want to be, I'm saying that with my actions. I want to be at every, you've met these people. I want to be at every soccer game. I want to be at every church festival. I want to be at I'm going to work out every morning, 6 days a week. I'm going to be at church. I'm going to do all these things. What do you say to that person?
Well, you got to decide. Do you want your cake or do you want to eat it? Because you can't have both.
That's what it is. It's trade-offs.
That's what it is.
Now, as your empire has grown, you say no probably. That's probably one of your skills that you and your wonderful wife have had to learn to do, is say no.
No, I don't say no.
No, you don't. You just sort of open, yes.
You just don't answer phones or emails or text messages. Yes, you have to. You have to treasure your time, and you have to be jealous of your time, and you have to understand that the time is one thing that you're not going to get more of in a day, so you have to manage it wisely and well. And if you're doing something and you're sitting there saying to yourself, why am I doing this when I should be at Billy's soccer game? This is not, those are those moments that you say, I really need to kind of revamp this a little bit.
Did you ever do this during my life, as we're talking about work-life balance? One thing that I did that was just stupid is I volunteered. I didn't mean to, okay? I'm at the Homeowners Association.
Okay.
I'm 22. I'm the only guy under the age of 23 living in this nice neighborhood. And probably the only guy under 30 living there.
I was going to say, 23.
There's probably nobody that age. And they said, we need someone to volunteer to be vice president. And I remember being like, because I'm ambitious.
Sure. Conquer the world. One neighborhood at a time.
Well, I have the DJ vans where we parked all the, all the equipment. And there are these conversion vans that have like 170,000 miles on them. And I'm parking them strategically behind my house so you can't see them. I planted a bunch of trees, but it's in a nice neighborhood, so people are starting to complain. Well, the president resigns. So now I'm getting phone calls, and I'm answering the phone, and this is Wendy. Oh, okay. Yeah, if someone is parking their vans or commercial vehicles, they're behind their house, and it's just against the ordinances. Is there any way we could report them? And endless calls. Gary's calling because someone pooped on his lawn, and it doesn't end. And then I volunteered for Junior Achievement. So I'm out there working out Junior Achievement where I'm volunteering to teach entrepreneur education at high schools. Plus, I'm doing the Homeowners Association. Yeah. And then I start doing some stuff with church. So now I'm just like all over the place.
How'd that work out for you?
Well, it ended up being a deal where I was like, hell or high water, my career's going to take off. But I just didn't sleep. I irritated my wife. I don't think we went on a date for like 3 years. I mean, I'm not kidding. It was bad.
Yeah.
And I just
That's
kept
unhealthy.
saying yes.
Yes, it's unhealthy. You have to be able to say no. You have to be jealous of that. You have to treasure the time.
Does your wife help you say no? Did she teach you to say no, or have you just been good at it?
I've been in the doghouse too much. I got to say no.
Really? Okay, you've been in that house. Okay. Well, the final thing I'd ask you, and for the person who's watching this here, if you just kind of address them on this. If somebody's watching this and they feel like they're saying there's not enough time in my day, that's what you hear a lot. I don't have enough time to work out. I don't have time to start a business. Can you maybe talk with them about, if they say I don't have enough time, how you would try to balance that all together?
You need to cut something out. Because I promise you this, there's one thing I can promise you, is that you're not going to get more than 24 hours in a day. I mean, it's just math. Let's just be honest, okay? So you have to write down what your day looks like and be honest about that. Write down from the time you wake up to what you're doing to the time that you're done. If you really want to try to capture some time to do something else other than what you're doing currently, you have to really give that a hard look and say, what needs to go so that I can start my business, so that I can grow my business, so that I can give more time to my business. And you have to make choices. Some of them are hard, but you have to do it. My number 2 rule in business is you have to be the pig at breakfast, not the chicken. The chicken's just involved. It's easy to have a business and just be involved a little bit. But if you want it to be successful, if you want it to grow, if you want it to become something more than it is today, then you have to be committed to it. And committed to it means that you're saying no to things that you have been saying yes to. You have to free up that time, because it's that time and energy that you put into it that's going to help it grow, that's going to be the jump start of it, that's going to let it develop, that's going to let it go to the next level. And that's what we all want, isn't it? We all want to thrive, and we all want our businesses to do well. So take a good hard look, be serious about that, and then look at the things that you need to get rid of, that you need to wipe off your plate, and then do it and stick to it. And put that time where it needs to go, and that's into your business, or to your ideas, or to developing it, or to growing it. And I promise you, if you do that, your business will thrive.
Hey, thank you for your time, my friend.
You bet, Clay.
Take care.
Keep thriving.